Hey guys, this is just one guy, and I'm back here showing off some of the apps that I've worked on over the years. And the second one I'm going to go over is an app called System Lord. Now, unlike my Home Assistant app, this one was actually a video game, which I worked on for a pretty long time. And what it is an MMORPG, kind of like EVE Online, except for the phone. You can get together, and basically, I thought it would be cool if you had 1,000 ships and you could just go around and play in a system, a space system. And now the goal of the game is actually to take over the system, and you take over the system by destroying the main defense ship of the system, then just waiting in a spot, and once you wait long enough, you take over the spot. The reason I stopped working on it was because working online gets really complicated after a while. The problem with doing everything online is that you have to do it twice. So it's really not good for a developer that's new to Unity to try to work on an online game. Now we're just going to go in and take a look at the program. And everything does work here. Just hit dev mode and start a server. The server functionality kind of works right now, but the main reason it doesn't really work is because to create a server in Unity, you actually have to create a server that you can connect to from the outside. And if you want your computer to work as a server, you basically have to go through this thing where you have to unlock it so an outside connection can connect directly to it. And I changed my PC so it wouldn't work that way anymore. But you can see you have your enemy ships, it fires, you have your main weapon. Right now I have it set to beam. The beam takes energy. You have this boost which makes you fly faster. One of the cool things about this game is, let me see, it has a targeting script. You can see, just really try to fly away from, he's just as fast as me. But as you can see, we have that little thing right there, and if I go far away from him, the arrow appears to let me know which direction he's in. And that actually took me a really long time to figure out. And then you can directly target him just by tapping on it. I have a secondary weapon, which was the bomb I just fired right there. Oh, and I hit myself with it. And everything's workable. There's a planet somewhere in here, but I have no idea where it's at. Another cool thing is I actually have ship creation. So I don't know how far I can get with it right now, but if I use that part, and it'll let you create a ship, but we're going to exit that right now. And see, also there are warp gates that take you to other systems somewhere in here. I didn't get to the point where I created a mini map, and when I was creating this I knew where everything was, but as you can see, without a map or anything like that, trying to find stuff in this game is really hard. Let me just exit the game and go back in. But I thought it was a pretty cool game, and I worked on it for a really long time, about a year or two. But just the online stuff was, it gets on your nerves. Because the problem with online is you have to sync data online. So all your character movements and everything like that, you have to sync it online. Now you could just try to sync everything, and that would probably work if you would just had like 1 or 2 players. It wouldn't matter how much data you were really sending over the network. It would just get through. But if you're planning on having like thousands of players, it's not really going to work out that way. There goes the planet. Now, I don't know how to get off this planet, but I do know how to land on it. This ship is too far away. And we entered. And you can see you go to a planet and you can walk around on it. I believe there should be a building somewhere on here that takes me off the planet. But I haven't messed with this app in a while. And just try to find it. And I was basically building different ship types in here. If I ever find the actual program itself on my PC, I'll show it off because it actually has like giant starships in here. Right now, I'm just playing as like a frigate, the smallest ship in the game. But it actually goes up to like a dreadnought, which is pretty big. And I thought that was pretty cool because you had different size ships. And the whole point of the game was for it just to be fun. Let me exit the game again because I'm never gonna find that building on the planet. The whole point of the game was I wanted it to be fun because I looked at games like Eve Online, and I noticed it had stupid things like mining, where you just sit around all day clicking a button, and I thought that would never be fun to play. Like the game itself looked fun, but I never wanted to sit there building up resources. I hate resource management in games because it's just not fun, where you're sitting there mining resources for hours. I had a bad experience with it from the Dragon Age series, where it was just so annoying when you played in Dragon Age Inquisition, where you spent like 90% of your time just picking up flowers to make freaking elf root, and that was the only way you could really heal yourself. And the game itself was fun, but that part of the game was just so boring, and it made me never want to do that type of resource management again. And when I created this game, that was the one thing I just wanted, a straight game where you just had nothing but combat and just the best and fun parts of like space combat without any anything like mining or resource gathering. Ah, there we go. Warp gate. I should have went at super speed. The warp gates, what they do is they take you to a different system, and they're supposed to work similar to like Stargates or something like that from the show Stargate. And you can see right there, you could actually have a fight while you're in the middle of a warp gate, which is pretty cool because you can see it has that midway point. And I'll probably start working on the game again, but it won't be online because online is just annoying. You literally have to do everything you do normally twice. You have to sync health bars twice. You have to sync attacks twice. Like each one of these little beams that I'm firing, it has to be synced online, in which it is. That explosion right there is synced online. And it's just annoying to deal with. Also, you have to find out how you're going to deal with lag. One of the reasons it has this system of movement right here is because this system of movement is good with dealing with lag. One of the things I did online was the movement in this game doesn't actually sync. What it does is it sends a vector 3 when you create a point right there, and your ship goes right there on your screen, and on the player screen it goes right there. But the movement itself is only syncing up like every second or so. That way it could work on the phone because it's not sending that much data. But all in all, I thought it was a pretty good game. It has different damage types too, because right now you're just looking at the bomb and beam type, but it also has like different types of beams and stuff like that. It's a pretty cool game all in all. It was just starting to really frustrate me working online, and it just left such a bad experience with me that I'll probably never do it again. Not unless I come up with a cool idea or just add it onto the game afterwards. It's funny because when Unity created their Unity 5 system, one of their goals was to solve a lot of the online issues. So when you create a game from the beginning, you could just transplant your offline code to online code, and I thought that would help. That was one of the reasons that I started this project, but it doesn't work that way. And just from the nature of how you develop online games, I don't think it can ever work that way. But Unity's system just sucks for dealing with online. It's not that it really sucks. It's that a lot of the stuff isn't really explained. Uh, I don't want to say explained correctly. It's not explained in a beginner-friendly way. Like if you have no idea how to work with online code, and you try to create an online game with Unity, and you go through their system, it's really complicated to understand because what they use their system is using for they're using is for people that already have a good amount of experience working with online games, and it's not really for beginners. So syncing data and stuff like that is pretty complicated. And that's one of the things that got me. Eventually, I did learn it, but by the end, I just got so sick of it because you had to sync everything over and over again, which was just annoying. There's a battleship somewhere here too, but I have no idea where to find it. Because the goal of the game is, right now you're in a system. The goal of the game is for you to attack the main battleship in the system, and when you defeat it, you become the ruler of this system, and then you basically control how you want to rule it, what type of government you want, and all that other stuff. This is why I'll probably go back to the game and recreate it offline, because I really thought it was a cool idea. But right now, I just stopped working on it. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching.